All right, here we go. Standing up Swola. Ha! Let's rock out. Pix is ready. What are you doing, Pixie? What? She's happy. Baby, how you guys doing? It's Sunday with Ola 147. Hail Jesus, our Lord and Savior Ola Englund. No, shit, already flagged for religious content. I'm terribly sorry, guys. Look at this. I'm standing. I'm rocking out for the first time in a Sunday. No, actually not. It's not the first time in a Sunday with Ola, because I did that thing where I was standing in front of the full stacks in there, and then I came in here and recorded. Whatever, I'm standing. I'm happy with my standing desk. The coolest part about me standing and recording Swola is that I can do this, like, yeah! And I can do, wah! Go here, huh? Can you see me? Can you follow me? No? Well, I'm right here, baby. Ha! It's just way more flexible for me, and I can, you know, move my hip and my ass a little bit more than I want, you know, than on a chair. However, you know, this chair, even though I'm having the standing desk right here, I'm sorry, Pix. Gotta be careful. No pause in the process. I can have this chair, if I found the fucking button, I can sit on the standing office as well. So, I mean, there's options. Or like if I want to pull it down, I can pull it down. Or I can pull it up again. Technology, man. Did you guys see? There's new left-handed Swola guitar smile. Ah, holy shit. Ola's doing his best for this left-handed Pierce. No, it's not very often that we announce left-handed Swola guitar models, but it happened. Okay, hope you appreciate them, and you know, because I appreciate you guys. Edelchrome! Yes! Where's my phone? Oh, it's not here. Maybe that's for the best that it's not here. We just have to imagine that that camera is moving up and down today, okay? Is that okay? No? Anyways, guys, the news. All right, Dimebag Darrell's legendary Warhead amplifier is returning this year. Could his guitars be next? No, but last week, WarheadAmplifiers.com opened up for people to sign up to their mailing list, announcing that the Warhead is coming back at some point. It's under its own name, so it's not a Randall Warhead, it's just the brand name Warhead, okay? Which I think is suiting, obviously, because Warhead, it's Dimebag. It's been confirmed that Dimebag Darrell's flagship Randall signature guitar amp, the iconic Warhead, is going to be revived later this year. Now, it's a pretty bare-bones confirmation, to say the least. The only detail available at the moment is a post on the official Dimebag Darrell site, which directs people to the dedicated Warhead Amps website. And oh, shit, they're linking my video in this article. What? How cool is that? I was about to say, safe to say that this is not gonna be a copy of the original Randall Warhead, because, you know, even so, I think because it seemed that Dimebag actually never used the original Warhead other than for the clean channel, and it's also something I'm saying in this video right here. But in the video, I think I'm making it sound pretty okay using different. Oh shit! Sounds okay to me. It sounds like Dimebag a little bit, but it's not the same as the Randall RG100, for say. And it was just the original Warhead was a little bit weird. That's just what it was. My guess is that they revamped the whole thing, made it better, made it closer to Dimebag's original tone, and we're gonna see it later next year. I'm extremely excited about this. Also, Dean Zielinski has been showing the original Dean from Hell. It's in his workshop right now in Chicago, and they're polishing it up because I think that they're gonna go on tour with Pantera now in August. Yep, I think they're loading up the truck. They're going and they're doing this showcase with all the Dimebag guitars and, you know, Dimebag hardware and all that. So there will be a booth at these shows, and yeah, lucky Americans, I guess, because they didn't have this in Europe. Oh, look at that smart car! Hello! Damn. I think we're gonna hear a lot of really cool news on the Dimebag front very soon. So 3 of the greats out there, John Petrucci, Devin, Townsend, Tosin, Abasi, they're currently on tour in the US, or did it just end? Maybe it just ended, I don't know. Well, all 3 of them guested Rick Beato, and it was a fairly long interview, I must say, like 1 hour, 46 minutes or something like that. It's long, okay? But if you can stomach sitting down for 2 hours straight, I can recommend it. They were talking about the biggest challenge for digital products is not the tone. John, Tosin, and Devin explain what modelers don't do as well as amps yet. I think I have an understanding of what it might be, but let's read. John is saying, the biggest challenge for the digital products is not the tone, says Petrucci. It's not the things like gain and overdrive and stuff like that. It's how the amplifier physically pushes air through the speaker. It's the feel thing. It's all happening very randomly. Nothing happens the same. Abasi is labeling the chaos element that is missing when it comes to a modeler's output. If you're playing for an amplifier with a lot of distortion and you play a A chord and then you play that same A again, the way that it interacts with the amplifier components and comes out of the cabinet and the speaker is totally different, explains the Petrucci. It's a totally different moment in time, but with the digital products, they can never randomize that. Again, that's always the missing piece to me, that randomness and the way that things are happening in physical space that you can't reproduce. So there you have it. Petrucci says that he increasingly believes the answer ultimately lies in focusing on impulse response developments and speaker room emulations, as evidenced by his recent Tone Mission IR launch. However, even that still has its limitations, as Townsend astutely notes. And I'd like to chime in on this and close the small little Guitar World ad at the same time. Also something that is not talked that much about in this. I mean, the Petrucci is talking about feel right here, but something that I feel is very important and a lot of people are kind of not talking about is the response. You know, the actual impact of your playing. When you play straight into an amplifier, you get an instant analog response, which is like completely instant. When you plug into digital equipment, there's always the analog to digital conversion and then the digital to analog conversion again. So all of that, even though it's negligible, I've been practicing this word, people. You can still feel it. A lot of people will say, well, if it's 2 milliseconds or 3, you're not gonna notice it. Well, you're not gonna notice it when you sit and record something like this. When I'm standing here recording, I can't feel it. But as soon as I plug into a real amplifier, I can feel it because it's like, oh shit, I've been playing through this plugin for so long, or this audio interface and this quad cortex, that you know, you plug into an amplifier again, it's like, holy shit, that instant reaction is definitely something I miss in these, you know, in the digital modelers at this point. This is probably going to get better as processing powers get stronger, and you know, development of digital components and all that. We go further and further. That small little gap will just become smaller and smaller. So there's still a win with amplifiers, in my opinion. But you know, a combo of both digital and analog is the way to go, in my opinion. Also, I don't know if you saw, but I had Rick Beato on my Coffee with Ola show last week. Huh? Last minute thing, I got Rick Beato to come over for a Coffee with Ola, and he's just as amazing of a person as you would imagine. It was a pure bliss having him over, and I was a little bit nervous because I feel that Rick Beato, in terms of musicianship, is up here somewhere, and I'm down here a little bit, and like, hey, hello up there. But you know, great interview, great guy. I went to his show. It was a great show. He basically talked about his life. He also did a small section of what makes this song great, which I thought was Incredibly interesting. He was doing Beatles because he can't do this on his channel. He immediately gets blocked. So he did Beatles. Not sure how okay that is to play other people's music at shows, but who cares, man? Jason Becker is selling the guitar Eddie Van Halen gave him in their emotional first meeting. Holy shit. The PV Wolfgang is one of the first 100 produced and was signed and played by the late great guitar god during his visit 1996 to Becker House. Becker is selling the instrument to raise money for his ongoing care, which cost north of $100,000 a year. YouTuber Benny Goodman, as known as the neurotic guitarist, who's this? Is brokering the sale in an effort to ensure Becker gets the best price and avoids the fees associated with auctions. Well, that's very nice.
Hey, I'm Benny Goodman, and I'm the neurotic guitarist, and I never thought I'd be making this video, but people keep asking, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Why does he have
I was wondering, who is this guy?
Broadway.
I have to check out his channel. Anyways, I think this is incredibly sad. I mean, when you get gifted a guitar, you're not supposed to sell it, in my opinion, but obviously Jason, he needs the money for his treatment. You know what would be cool? If people could come together and like crowdfund up to $100,000 or whatever this guitar is worth, and then purchase the guitar as a community and then let Jason have it still? Is that a thing? You know, basically crowdfunding for this, but he can still keep the guitar. I don't know, I was just thinking about this right now. Is that a good idea? Is that too Swedish for you right there? I don't know. Anyways, I think it's incredibly sad that you have to sell a guitar that was gifted to you, especially when it's from fucking Eddie. All of us know Jesper Strömblad. Jesper Strömblad of In Flames. I mean, if you're a Swedish guitar player, you know, you can't be mistaken. You know. Oh shit, look at my arms! How big they are when they're on the, you know, at the side of the screen. Hello. That's fisheye for you right there. It looks fucking weird. Anyways, Jesper Strömblad is a very important rhythm guitar player, lead guitar player as well. From Sweden, he basically formed and made In Flames what they were back in the day. And then eventually, because of differences in the band, he left the band. And after he left the band, he says that a little bit of the soul of the band disappeared, though he's still proud of their success in modern times. If you go back and listen to those earlier In Flames albums, man, there's just an undeniable sense of great melody writing in those, and you know, there's a lot of really good lead parts and harmonies and shit, and basically made In Flames the kings of melodic death metal back in the day. But he's saying that guitarist and songwriter Björn Gelott, who I also had for Coffee with Ola, click here if you want to see that, is still doing a great job. It's just different, you know. Obviously, when you have someone that you write music with, in this case, Jesper and Björn were writing together, and then, you know, they just stop, and one guy gets to write everything. You don't have that back and forth kind of producing and songwriting. Sometimes that is needed, you know? Obviously, it's not going to be the same if one of the main parts of the songwriting is out of the band. You know, that's just how it is. For people that miss Jesper Strömblad's era of In Flames, I mean, there's Halo Effect now. You can listen to Halo Effect, which is sounds like In Flames in a good way. I mean, we have two great bands now. That's a good thing, right? Spotify premium subscription price raises, artists' royalties will apparently remain the same, but of course, musicians won't get an additional dime. Well, there it is right there. In a move that shouldn't surprise anyone, Spotify has announced that they will be increasing the price of the premium subscription in a number of markets. And yes, before you ask, the United States, it's one of those. And Sweden as well. With 200 plus million premium subscribers, we're also proud to the world. 200 plus million! That's a lot of people. What really sucks is that the zero mention about this change having any kind of effect in the ridiculous payments that artists are receiving. Spotify's abysmal low pay for regular streams is somewhere around, what is that? 0.3 cents right there. Holy shit. And they recently updated their app to be an endless scroll through the homepage with a very TikTok look to it. And it's not like Spotify paying pennies is new. Barely anyone made a livable wage last year. And this segues a little bit about what we talked about in last week's Swola, where, you know, we talked about Napster and Corey Taylor. This was probably, you know, the Napster thing probably needed to happen, so, you know, we could have tools like Spotify. I'm not saying that services like Spotify is the definite answer to, you know, our problems of people not buying albums or not supporting artists. People are supporting their artists today. The thing that happened is that the music became way more available for people to listen to and to find new music on Spotify and things. And the good part about this is that then it gives the power to the fans to go support their artists in other ways. It's like I'm using Spotify, and I think it's a great tool as a listener, but as a musician, it is what it is. I mean, I rather have it there so people have, everyone has the option of putting out music on a platform without having to pay too much. But at the same time, it's like, where's the money? I am lucky, and bands are lucky to have fans that actually support direct through websites and whatnot. Now that the music is not worth shit anymore, so happy about that. All right, last but not least, but Mark Tremonti of Creed and Alter Bridge announces his first ever holiday album. Okay? With just 5 months until Christmas Day and the holiday season fast approaching, Grammy Award-winning musician, producer, author, as well as founding member. After the success of his interpretation of songs Frank Sinatra made famous on his album, Mark Tremonti sings Frank Sinatra? What? Mark decided to partner up with the orchestra from that album to work on a holiday album. What? I thought this was a joke. What? Who's ready for a little Christmas in July?
It's the most wonderful time. Yes,
what? I thought this was a joke. Well, I guess joke's on me. Holy shit. What? Is that him?
Yes,
that's incredible. Oh, there it is. Okay, he is releasing a holiday album. Holy shit. Okay, kudos to him, man. I'm not going to listen to it, but I don't like Christmas music anyway. So there you go. Well, you got it. See? You got to do shit to make money nowadays, man. He's... yeah. Then news. All right, album tips of the week right here. It was not that long ago that I had Wolfgang Van Halen over for Coffee with Ola, and I got to interview him a little bit. And I also saw him live at Sweden Rock. And now in August 3rd, which is this coming week, he's releasing his second album, Mammoth 2. I got an early access of this album. I've been listening to it a fair bit, and actually both me and Luis have been listening to this. And some of the songs we've already heard as singles before, like the thing of the Everything of the Top of the World or something. I don't remember the name. I'm terrible with song names, okay? I don't even remember my own song names. I've said this before about Wolfgang. If you're a fan of Foo Fighters, a little bit of Muse maybe, and also a little bit of Tim Christensen, which is one of my favorite artists that I listen to, who's a singer-songwriter type of guy. I get a lot of vibes of that in Wolfgang right here. It's a very pleasant album to listen to. So if you have like a good downtime, good hangs at a Friday evening, put on this album. It's chill, man. It's chill. I mean, heavy riffs, you get leads, you get Wolfgang's incredible singing, and yeah, man, it's just a really easy listenable album. And he's an incredible singer. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Okay, album tips.
Who's up there? You won't escape that way.
Hey. Are you on? All right, what is it today? It's the, watch, 26th of July. And it's dead smack center in summer right now. It's me and Pix at the office and no one else. Yesterday, Luis told me, hey, Ola, or hey, husband, next week we're going to the John Petrucc Guitar Universe. And I'm like, holy shit, already? I'm gonna go to Florida next week, man. Holy shit. Instant reaction. I need to pack my shit. At least one good thing for me about going to the campus that I'm going as a pupil and a student. I'm not going there to perform or anything like that. So at least I don't have to practice any performances or, shit like that. I'm basically going to go there and vlog the experience all together. And it's, I'm extremely excited. I just didn't anticipate that it was this soon. So I'm going to start off with thinking about what I'm going to pack for this trip. And this is something I truly enjoy. Just packing for whenever I'm going on a music-related trip. I love the packing section of it because I always like to challenge my packing a little bit with, bringing sufficient stuff and gear but bringing as little as possible and as efficient as possible, you know? It's a little bit like therapy. So I guess I need to bring this camera, obviously, because that's, you know, I'm gonna vlog with this camera like this and like interview people probably. But I guess I gotta bring a guitar, and I'm thinking I should probably take one of these cases, one of my Enki cases. And I'm thinking I should probably bring one guitar at least, so I have something to play on. So I figure bringing one Enki case, I can have one guitar in it, and then, you know, pack the other half with gear or clothes. I have, however, checked the estimate of the weather in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and it seems that it's going to be above 110 in Fahrenheit, which is like plus 40 Celsius. So I guess I don't have to bring much clothes, just like a pair of boxers or something. That also reminds me about another thing. The week that we come back from the John Petrucci Guitar Universe, I'm gonna go and play with the Haunted for the first time in like a year or so. So I have to start practice for that. Also figure out what gear to use, because that's also something that always changes. I think the last time I was using a quad Cortex, so I'll boot up the quad Cortex and see if all the patches are okay. So I have the case right here. Okay. All right, good. It's empty. Now comes the question, which guitar should I bring? I'm thinking if I was gonna do a show with chugging and whatnot, I would probably bring an Evertune equipped guitar like this. But since I'm gonna go there and sit and noodle and, you know, have fun, I'm thinking maybe I'll bring a Floyd Rose guitar. You know, Floyd Rose guitars, they matter too, okay? So I was thinking maybe I'll bring this one. This is a cool one. Stays in tune too, but I was maybe thinking of bringing this one, my European Ola guitar, you know, the 40-year guitar that I gifted to myself, the European built Swola guitar. Maybe I should bring this one. What do you think about that? All right, I think I'm gonna bring that one. Like if I would play with the Haunted, I'm gonna bring like my X-shaped guitar, obviously, and play that live. But for this, you know, I want to travel light. It's me and Luis. I want to travel light. I think I'm gonna bring this. How am I gonna live without you for a couple of days, huh? How's that gonna work? Okay. Like that, and then I can fill the other half with my camera, or maybe I need a camera while vlogging, obviously, but all the extra gear, I'm gonna bring microphones as well, so I can do like coffee with some of the artists that are gonna be there. The guy said that they arranged a room for me, so I'll have my own room where I can sit and conduct interviews and shit like that. And maybe I'll interview some of the the participants of the whole event as well. So we'll just have to see. I have no idea what to expect from this trip. I'm just gonna go there. All right, Asian squat time. Okay, you know, it's actually a pretty good opportunity to have like a reset and go there and shred some guitar before work starts real, you know, after the summer and all that. So I'm really looking forward to that. Shredding my nutsack off, you know. All right, I'm gonna see if I can find my quad Cortex. It's with heavy steps that I walk in here. I wonder if it's in my touring case. My touring case is right there. I guess I have to dig it out. Oh, thank God it was empty. There she is, look at that. There she is, the quad Cortex. That's good, okay, so if I'm not mistaken, everything should be loaded and ready for the haunted gig, so I can probably bring this and I will be good. I just have to remember which outputs I was using the last time. It's all my inner and everything all in there. Yes, no, what is this? That's the only problem I have when we do the haunted shows, is that since we don't have a steady schedule of touring, I don't have any good routine going for what gear to use and all that. And you know, I love to use new gear all the time and try out new things live. If I had more time, I would probably just bring the Tonix this time, just to try that out for once, you know? Since I don't have that much time, I'm probably just gonna bring the Quad Cortex. It's sounding great, man. You plug that straight into whatever amplifiers available at the festival that we're playing. I guess it's gonna be like a 5150 or a rectifier. Usually 5150 because that's on our rider right there if they don't have like Randall Satan or something like that. But yeah, that should be okay. Getting excited for this trip to Florida, man. Holy shit, Florida, man. I didn't intend to say Florida, man. But I'm going to Florida and Fort Lauderdale with Luis. I'm really excited. I'm going to go there and represent you guys. You know, being in the audience and being the participant right there. I'm going to find out if it's a good event or not. You know, truth be told, it's probably going to be kick-ass, and I can't wait to share the whole experience with you guys. So, yes, adventure with Ola right there. Okay. Hello. I'm going to the John Petrucc Guitar Universe this week. It's going to be very interesting, but I am absolutely looking forward to it, and maybe a slight bit nervous. Even though I don't have any performances or everything like that, I'm a little bit nervous, man. What to expect? What is it gonna be? What's the weather gonna be like in Fort Lauderdale next week? Okay, what? 32 degrees. And rain. Okay, it's gonna rain. Well, that's good. But 32 and rain, that's weird. I don't mind it raining outside if I'm gonna sit inside and play guitar all day. Okay? Anyways, guys, that was it for Sunday with Ola 147. I thoroughly hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this standing situation right here. Does it feel more engaging? Dude, sometimes, you know, brain farts and shit. But does it feel more engaging? Does it feel more energetic? I think so. You know, I can stand around like that. It's good for my ass and my back, so I'm probably just gonna continue doing it. Anyways, guys, if you want to support what I'm doing, you can go listen to stuff on Spotify, for instance. I'm not earning any money from that, or barely any money from that, but, you know, just following, keeping on track. With the Chug project, for instance, I'm gonna release content more often, so I would suggest you go following that on Spotify or Apple Music. There's gonna be more coming soon, okay? But if you want to directly support what we're doing with your hard-earned cash, go to olaenglundshop.com, get a t-shirt or something like that, or like a coffee cup or a CD. You can buy my albums on vinyl and CDs, you know? How about that? Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and to everyone in the premiere, love you guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Sisters!